Yo, so I'm not gonna do a video for this ranked list right here, but I would do a podcast for it because I definitely want to talk about this list. Double XL just put out their rankings of Nas's albums from worst to best, um, and it's hard. That's hard because I mean even with Complex's Kanye one, it's hard to say from worst to best. Like there is a worst Kanye or Nas album. It's hard to really decipher. With Nas actually it's a little different, but with Kanye it's hard. It's hard to say like, "Oh, okay, this is the worst Kanye album" because they're all pretty fucking good. And the same kind of applies with Nas here. So, all right, let's just go. Number 11, Nostradamus. I actually haven't listened to this album. I mean, I heard a few songs on it. Let me look. I heard actually, oh shit, I'm thinking of a different project then. Uh, I think New World. I remember. I think Nostradamus. I remember that music video when he's like in a weird ass white room and like there's a chair and shit. Um, Nah, I don't remember this project. I don't think I ever listened to this project. But based off of what everyone always acclaimed for it to or claimed for it to be was his worst project, I won't doubt it. I mean, it was at a time when he was like kind of in a different state than you know than he was before. I guess he went with a different approach on this album, and I mean, I gotta listen to it maybe sometime, but based off what people have said about it and the reviews, and I mean, definitely this ranking, I guess. I mean, it's like, why would I ever go back to listen to it? I mean, I'm gonna get this right out of the way for you guys. Nas is like literally the first rapper I listened to. I really truly believe that. I mean, there were a few before, like on the radio. I heard like Biggie or Eminem and whoever else was kind of like more radio friendly in the hip hop world in like 95, 96, 97, so on and so forth. Outkast. But Nas was like the first. Stillmatic was the first hip hop album I bought. I mean, that's only based off because my brother got the album, so then I bought the album right after him. But that was the first rap album I actually bought. So I mean, Nas is forever one of my favorites. But no, I haven't really listened to this album, so I can't really say too much about it. Number 10, Hip Hop is Dead. This is an album I listened to it, but I only when it kind of first came out, like 2006, 2007 ish. Um, Let me see if I remember any tracks. I listened to it and it wasn't bad. I didn't not like it. I mean, of course, Hip Hop is Dead. Money Over Bullshit was good. Black Republican was pretty good, but I expected a little bit better. Still Dreamin' is fucking sick. Kanye beat right there. Such a good song. Can't Forget About You, I think is really good. I can't remember this album too much. I don't think I ever fully listened to it, but like around that time, 2007 ish, I remember I visited a few tracks of it, but I can understand why it's a number 10 spot. It's definitely not one of his strongest albums, but and it's like he named it Hip Hop is Dead. Like it was like bam, like Nas is coming in. I remember when this shit came out and I was like, "Oh shit, like this album is really going to have an effect on like how everything plays out from here cuz it's like Nas." And I hold Nas and so many others do. We hold him to a very high status in hip hop. Like I mean, like at least top 10. Like he's he has such a good like reputation in hip hop. Like he arguably is hip hop. So it's like him to say hip hop is dead when this shit came out. It was like, I mean, I was expecting at least like something to be like game changing. Like you can't just announce it dead and then not like change the game like that. So I mean, I don't really think he did with this album. I don't think it really changed too much, especially in 2006 when like I guess in a way like everything was changing for hip hop during that time, and then 2000. This is actually the end of 2006, so going on 2007, you kind of had a different, I guess I don't know, like I guess he was talking or referring to all the radio kind of stuff that was going on, all that corny kind of radio stuff that was like, I don't know. I'll get into that at a different time. Let's stick to the list. So that was number 10. Hip Hop is Dead, number 10. Number 9, Streets Disciple. Based on their two other rankings previous, then Streets Disciple does make sense to be number 9. Although it is a very good album. Let me try to see what track list we got here for this long ass album. Nazareth Savage. That track is fucking insane. Just a Moment is amazing. This is actually another album I never really got to visit, but I remember my friend when he first got into Nas, when he started venturing off into Nas, and he was obsessed with this album. I never really sat down and listened to it too much. Only like Thief's Theme, only a couple songs here and there, really. But I mean, Nazareth Savage, that shit is hard as fuck. He has some crazy ass lines in there, and then Just a Moment, of course, is like the deepest song ever. But it's a good, like, these songs are good still though. So it's like, it's hard like ranking these albums. At this point, it gets hard. It gets hard to correctly feel like you have like a good ranking of these albums, like, and not be insulting. Now here, for me personally, is where it gets a little wishy-washy. XXL put number 8. They put Untitled, and let me clear it up that this list is a good list. I know I kind of went off on the Complex Kanye list, but that's different because XXL they did a good job with this list. Plus, it's Nas. You can't really go wrong. I mean, there's so many different options with a Kanye ranking list, but with Nas, it's kind of like, I don't know. There's kind of like a set in stone kind of feel to it. But number 8 gets a little wishy-washy for me because Untitled, I fucking love Untitled. I think Untitled is like, for real, like, I don't understand why people don't really appreciate it so much. I mean, especially in today, people should really revisit this album. I feel like there's a lot of shit going on within the black community where it's like, we're talking about all this police brutality and how everything's so unjust, and it's like, go back to this album, go back to Untitled and listen to that and tell me that this album wasn't insanely ahead of its time with the content that Nas is talking about on here. I mean, god damn. I remember when this shit came out, and I told my brother, I was like, you know what, I think this is lyrically on par with Illmatic, for real. Like, he goes off on here. I mean, there's like one song that he doesn't really go crazy on, which is Hero. I mean, that's like but that was like the single off the album. But everything else, man, he has fucking lines. Listen to, I mean, Queens Get the Money, obviously. That was kind of a controversial track because people thought Jay Electronica wrote it, which it's kind of eerie because I can see the style within it, but I also don't doubt that they worked together. Jay Electronica was a big influence on Nas, so I mean, Nas, I do believe that Nas wrote that song. It doesn't matter anyway, but Breathe, listen to Breathe, America, Fried Chicken, Sly Fox, fuck, I really want to go back and listen to this album. I haven't listened to it in a while, but it's so political and deep that it's like, you gotta be in the right mood. And I feel like in today's world, you listen to Untitled, listen to this album, revisit this album, and tell me that it's not insanely good and it was so ahead of its time. Like, Nas really knew what he was talking about and put it out for like a day like today. And this shit is almost 10 years old now, man. This shit came out in 2008. Crazy. I think that Untitled is such an underrated album. And personally, on my list, I would put it a little bit higher. But let's continue with the list. All right, that was number 8, Untitled. Number 8. Now, this is where it gets this is another wishy-washy one for me, man. Number 7, they put The Lost Tapes. I would definitely put that higher. I would arguably put that top 3. Hold on, let me load that. I gotta load the track list up. It wasn't on the wiki page. Man, Lost Tapes. That's another one that I remember I bought. I bought that album I think it was probably one of the other first ones I bought. I mean, I bought Stillmatic when that shit first came out ish, but when Lost Tapes came out, I bought that shit too. Um, man, Do Rags, My Way, Nothing Lasts Forever is so good. No Ideas original. Blaze of 50. Blaze of 50 is one of Nas's most underrated songs. I don't care what anyone says. That shit is insane. Purple, amazing. Drunk by Myself, that shit hits, man. That shit fucking hits. Black Zombie, like, Lost Tapes is so fucking good. And personally, again, I would put that shit higher on my list, but I might put that top three on my list. To be honest, I have to go through the rest of this list, but I might have to put Lost Tapes on my top three. It might be at my number three spot. It might be. That's kind of hard. That's hard. I think Lost Tapes would definitely be higher than number seven on my list. Such a good album. Number six, Godson. Honestly, I'm surprised that they put I'm just surprised to see Godson kind of in the middle point. I would expect it to be higher because it's one of his most or more recognizable albums in terms of what songs he came out with and stuff. Like Made You Look and I Can are both on there, and the Thugs Mansion remix kind of thing that they did. And but I mean, uh, Godson is an incredible album. Still a super good album. Um, Get Down is such an insane introduction song. That beat is so fucking good. The Cross, it's a good song, but honestly, I don't really like Eminem production like that because a lot of his beats start sounding the same. It's like once you heard the beat come on, you could tell it was an Eminem beat like automatically. Like he does the same kind of notes, the same keys and shit. But anyway, I Can is a classic. Book of Rhymes is awesome song. Thugs Mansion great. Warrior Song so fucking good. Dance amazing. Heaven amazing. Yeah, Godson is a great fucking album, man. Number six, I'm just surprised to see Godson at number six on a list. You know, I'm not saying it's a good choice. I'm not saying it's a bad choice. I'm saying it's just surprising to see it on a list at number six. I think it would make it a little bit higher, at least in like the four or five. But no, I'm not mad at it though. What is number five? Life is Good. Oof. God damn, Life is Good, man. Life is Good is fucking fantastic. God, I remember when this shit came out. I was so pumped, man. I was so pumped. But the thing is, when this shit came out, I was so pumped for it that had that kind of honeymoon phase when it first came out, like the first week, and I thought every song was good. But then I slept with the album a little bit, and I realized that there were some tracks on here that had that like classic Nas syndrome to like the songs where it's like you like it, you want to like it so much, but you never really go back to it in that sense. Like the beat's just not really hitting you like it did at one point, and like you kind of start skipping over songs. But the thing is that Life is Good, I also believe, has some of Nas's best songs, like straight up, like for real. Like Locomotive, when that shit came out, I lost my fucking mind, man. Locomotive is that fucking song right there. Ancient Murderers wasn't even that bad. I thought Rick Ross did his thing. Daughters is like, again, that's one of the songs I'm referring to when I say Nas's best work is on this album right here. Daughters is that grown man rap right there. That's that grown man fucking rap. Perfect display of it. Daughters is an incredible fucking song, man. World's an Addiction, he goes fucking off on the last verse right there. Crazy. But God, I forgot about Summer on Smash. We don't have to talk about Summer on Smash. We won't talk about that. The Don, that shit is a banger forever. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. That beat goes off. Salami Remy did its fucking thing on that, and Heavy D. Stay, incredible song, man. No ID killed that shit. Stay is an amazing song. And Cherry Wine, that I would consider that one of my favorite Nas songs, just because that shit is just. and Bye Baby. Great album, man. I fucking love this album. Uh, and every time I listen to it, I'm like, damn, when the fuck are we gonna get that new Nas though, man? There's a little clip on YouTube of some track that he's rhyming over a Timbaland beat, and I cannot wait for the new album. It's been fucking holy shit, man. It's been this is 5 years, 5 years this year. When this come out? July 2012. So yeah, if it hits July, it's been 5 years, man. This is crazy. 5 years, damn, wow. That hits. That hits right there. Number 4, I Am. Let me look, man. I can't remember too much of this album. Oh, this is the one with oh wait. Yeah, Kissing. Nas is Like, which is a classic. Hate Me Now, classic. New York State of Mind Part 2. I liked it, but I wasn't really like super into it like that. I don't think I really sat with this album. You Won't See Me Tonight, that's a good song. Nah, I never really sat with this album. I never really listened to it like that. I only remember a few tracks that I heard like randomly, but regardless, Nas is a fucking classic. So we'll just leave it at that. I mean, number 4, personally on my list, since I haven't really sat with this album, I would rank it a little bit lower. I probably to the back end of the rest of them, but I can't say too much about it, man. So number 3, Stillmatic. Yeah. Stillmatic is that album. Like I said, it was the first hip-hop album I bought. I mean, what more can you really say? The intro is incredible. Then you have Ether. I mean, I don't even have to say nothing about it besides the fact that Ron Browse produced that. I hope everyone knows that. The guy that made I'm Jumping Out the Window with This One and Pop Champagne, yeah, he produced Ether. So know that he did that. Got Yourself a Gun. I was never really I have a little conflict with the song, man, because it's like when this came out, this was like Got Yourself a Gun was like one of the first, if not the first, Nas song I ever heard, and I remember I never really fucked with it. That beat was just weird, and I remember when I got the album, I really tried to like it a lot, but I couldn't get into it, man. I couldn't get into it like that. Smoking, great song. You're the Man, awesome fucking song. Rewind, oh god, what a fucking track, man. That shit is crazy. One Mic, classic. Destroy and Rebuild, awesome. The Flyest, amazing. Rule, oh, fucking incredible. My Country, incredible. What Goes Around, listen to What Goes Around. Fucking study that shit, man. Study that shit. That is such an important song. Such an important song right there. Every Ghetto, good song as well. What's the other? Oh, that's crazy. On the limited edition of Stillmatic, he put some of the tracks from Lost Tapes. He put snippets on there. That's crazy. I never knew that. Number two, guess what it is? You guess. It Was Written, which is also my number 2, man. This album is fucking crazy. And the thing is, I've seen a lot of people put It Was Written over Illmatic, and I can understand that 100% because It Was Written has its special kind of flavor to it, just as Illmatic does. But personally, for me, I would put It Was Written number 2. The Message, fucking amazing song. Street Dreams, fucking incredible. I Gave You Power, god damn, man. The whole thing about him talking from a perspective of a gun, that is fucking insane. Taken in Blood, great. Nas Is Coming, insane beat. Fucking insane beat. Wow, Dr. Dre produced that shit. I never knew that. Makes sense though. Affirmative Action, fucking incredible. The Setup, incredible. Black Girl Lost, holy shit. Suspect, fucking incredible. Shootouts has the craziest beat ever. If I Rule the World, fucking classic, man. This album is fucking amazing. I would consider it a classic as well. It's one of my favorite hip hop albums ever. Just like he covers so many different concepts on here over so many different incredible beats, and like it's like it's such a good follow up to Illmatic. It's like the perfect follow up to Illmatic, because the thing is, it's not the same as Illmatic. It actually differs and like takes a big left turn from Illmatic. But the thing is, like, his lyrics, his flow, and the beat selection is still like, holy fuck. It's kind of like an upgrade in a way. In a way, I would consider it kind of like an upgrade. Like, it's like an updated version of Illmatic if it took a detour on like the subject matter and shit. So perfect follow up to Illmatic. And speaking of which, I don't think I have to really like announce what number one would be from the start, but Illmatic earned the number one spot on XXL's best Nas albums. And rightfully so. Illmatic is one of the greatest albums of all time, any genre. I truly believe that. It's probably still my number one hip hop album, just because like the effect that it had on me, you know. And the thing is, like I said, like Stillmatic was the first hip hop album that I bought and really listened to like that. But I remember when I finally did get around to listening to Illmatic in around, I think, 2008 or 2009. I listened to it for like 5 years straight. I mean, not only was, I mean, a lot of it had to do with because I was kind of into that. I was kind of going back and revisiting all the big, like, the roots of hip hop in a way, you know. I was revisiting all the people who deserved to be listened to, and the forefathers, excuse me, if you will. And I mean, Illmatic is just the album. You know, it's like, not only for the first like 3 or 4 years that I listened to it, it was just on repeat constantly. Like, I remember just walking to school and just having this shit on like every day, man. Like, knowing all the lyrics, and I don't know, it's a special album, you know. And if it comes on today, I just get that feeling, you know. I get a certain feeling that I don't get with other albums. And, you know, I was lucky enough to actually see Nas perform fucking Illmatic, man. He performed this shit in Albany and then played his movie as well, and that shit was fucking great. I mean, I'll probably have my own different podcast talking about Illmatic, because I can't fit it in here. Or maybe I'll have like a guest on or something, because that's definitely worth having its own episode for. So anyway, that's the list. I definitely appreciate this list a lot more than Complex's list. I think XXL did a good job, and this kind of made me realize like I have to get into a lot of different albums, or revisit a lot of different albums that I haven't gotten the chance to revisit. I just hope that Nas puts out a new album this year. It's been, like I said, like, it's about to be 5 years, man. And Nas still has it. He still has it. Especially, he proved himself with that DJ Khaled song this year. Major Key, I think it was called, maybe. And him rapping over that Future beat, I think March Madness, maybe. I can't remember. But he destroyed it. I don't think it was March Madness. I can't remember, but can't wait for new Nas. XXL, good job with the list. For the most part, I agree. And all right, let me know what you guys think. What are your favorite Nas albums? Would you rank your lists? How would you rank your list exactly? Let me see your Nas album ranked lists. All right. Thank you for listening. Enjoy. Re-listen to Untitled, by the way. Re-listen to it. Revisit it. Just once through. I'll do the same, all right? Peace.